Hi and welcome to Waji's channel. In this video I'll be sharing with you how to sew a proper princess dart bustier. If you are yet to see how I cut these patterns to make this bustier, please see my last video. The link to this tutorial is in my description box. So the first thing I'll be doing is to go on to cut my pattern paper on this silk fabric. Yes, I'll be using a white silk and a lace to make this princess dart bustier. Now I cut out these front patterns, adding ½ inch to the curvy parts, okay, not the sides, and this is what it looks like. I went on to add my stay and my wadding. If you would like to learn how to properly pad your bustier, there is a detailed tutorial on how to properly pad your off shoulder bustier, your shoulder dart bustier, and your princess dart bustier. Please see my description box to watch this tutorial. Now the first thing is to arrange your pieces like so and place right sides facing right sides, so using ½ inch because we added ½ inch for joining. Okay, you can use your pin to pin this down. I will just place it like so, arrange it, the front pattern I mean, and then place it right side facing right side, so from down part, the lower part, up until the armhole area. I'll sew this. I'll also do the same thing for my lining piece. Now this is the lace I'll be using for this. I first of all joined my lace to the front pieces. Okay, I just went on to sew it all round. It is that easy. And then I'll do the same joining for my lining pieces. I've cut out my lining piece using the same shape as the main fabric, and then I went on to apply my hair stay on it. I'll go on to join it the same way I'll be joining the front piece. All right, so for the back pieces, I have cut out the main fabric and the lining, and I have applied my hair stay on it as well. I also notched the lower part for my dart using the part I marked earlier on my pattern. Okay, so I just replicated that spot here. Now what I'll be doing to take in my dart is to fold it inwards, okay, because I'll be marking my dart or sewing my dart on the wrong side. So I'll just fold that into two, okay, using your marked places as the guide, and then I'll sew it upwards to about 7 or 8 inches. After placing my lace on the main fabric of the back pattern and also closing my dart, this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to press this down to give it a very neat look, and then I'll do the same thing for my lining piece. I'll just go on to pick my dart on the lining piece, and after picking or closing up my dart on the lining, I'll place this lining right side facing the right side of the main fabric, just like you see me do, and I'll go on to join the neck line, and I'll close up the sides as well. After joining the neckline, I will notch and press, and this is what the back piece should look like. You can see how neat it is looking. Please do not forget to iron your seam, okay, iron your dart facing the sides. Now moving back to the front piece, I've gone on to join the 3 sides or the 3 pieces of the front bodies, okay, and this is what the lining looks like after joining. Okay, so what you'll be doing before you give it a good press is to flip it over and notch. When you notch, you're just creating small openings using your scissors, okay, to give it a very good resting feel when you're done ironing. So to notch, ensure that you're opening up the, just cut it open, okay, and be very cautious not to cut out the seam, okay, the main sewing. So you place your hand behind as well, so you're not cutting anything else aside those places. Okay, just notch. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just watch what I'm doing. It gives it a very good feel, and it makes your fabric relax well when it's time to press. So after notching, you're going to get your bust arm. I'm covering it with a white cloth because of what I am using. I don't want any stain or marks on my fabric. So you're going to open up your seam like you see me do, and then you're going to give it a very good press. All right, so I'm going to do this, and I've done that for the main fabric, as you can see. So after opening it and giving it a good press, this is what it should look like. When you turn it over, this is what your princess dart should look like. All right, so it is quite easy. Just follow these steps. Now after pressing this down, remember that when padding, you're going to apply your paper stay to cover up that padded area. Okay, and after padding and covering it up, you're going to place your lining on its right sides facing right sides and you're going to close up the neckline by sewing it like so, just half an inch or 1/4 inch, and then you're also going to join the two sides together. All right, now after joining the two sides together, remember to notch, please. So I went on to notch the neckline so that it is easy to turn. All right, so after turning it, this is what your princess dart bustier should look like. Easy, right? Now go on to give it a very good press. All right, this is what the inner part looks like, neat and fine, and this is even before pressing it with your iron. So remember to press this down. After pressing it down, you can then place your back sides, right sides facing right sides. Remember to iron your seam, as this is the only way it can give it that neat finishing when you're done sewing. So I'm going to place my back pattern on my front pattern like that, and then I'm going to sew in the shoulder. I'll first join the shoulder and then join the two sides using your allowance, and then go on to join the lower part of your bodies. And after that, this is what your princess dart bustier should look like. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.